Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come on in. See what we got. Let's see who's going to be first. Barbara Dolores is first. Hey, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Lakeista is second. Bunny Ware is third. Janet is fourth. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tennille. Good evening, Gloria. Hello, Christina. Hey, hey, hey to the Honorable Glenda Jones. Bernice, good to see you. Are you back in King County out in Washington State? Good to see Linda Love on as well. Sending love out to Mr. Bunnyware, or Mr. Bunnyware, Bunnyware's daddy. Good to see you, sir. Good to see Anna Maria on. Thank you. Good to see Coach Cassell Bell in Jacksonville, Florida, Duval. And does Reigns have a game tonight? Good to see Catherine Humans on. Good to see Ken Superstar Slats on. A pleasure hanging out with you today, sir. Even though you're working for another team, you're always going to be on my team. Good to see Monier from Ruin Thai Cuisine on Broughton Street between Bull and Whitaker. Great Thai food. You will enjoy it. Georgia Davis is on with us. Good evening to you. Barbara Pinckney is on, and it has been a week. Good to see Sophia Perry on. Ebony Tarbert is in the house. My colleague, Brother Alderman Curtis Pertee from Savannah's 6th District is on with us. So it's good to see you. Junior is on. Hey, Junior, hope you're doing well. Thank you. And Rose is on from Pooler, Georgia. Glad to have you. We're still one family. Good to see you. Chat Howard is on first today, so we're wondering where is Trish Howard today. Good to see Tam Reed's on, which means everybody needs to behave because Tam is regulating. Coach says they start next week. Latasha, I am doing well. Good to see you. Maisha, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. St. Nicholas, good evening to you as well. Anna Maria, buenas tardes to you too. Lily Reddick is on. Always glad to have her. Brother Keith Kimball, who I had a chance to see last Saturday. Good to see you, sir. And Bernice is back in Washington State. So glad you're good. Tia is on with us. Thank you. Jacqueline Jones White is on with us. Good evening. Good evening. Patricia Johnson is on with us, and we love you too. And Janet, I heard about that, and I am so sorry that it died. I am so sorry, Janet. I felt so bad about it. I thought, I performed a miracle. I hope it wasn't messed up because of the water. Thank you, Sophia. I appreciate you. Mama Marsha is on. Good evening to you. Judy Williams is on. Hello. Reverend Vonamitra Jackson is on as well. And okay, Trish Howard is on, and she said she was on before Chad Howard. So let me switch it up. Hey, Trish Howard. Hey, Chad Howard. All right? Gotcha. Jasmine Bonilla is on. Hello. Happy Friday to you. Cassandra Keaton is on. Hope you're doing well. And happy birthday. Your birthday was this week, so happy birthday, Cassandra. Good to see Reverend Thomas Hart on with us. Lawrence, I appreciate you, sir. From Beaufort, South Carolina. Thank you so much. Jennifer Graham is on. Shelter from the Rain Incorporated. Good to see you, ma'am. Cynthia Smalls is in the house. Linda is on from Reno, the biggest, smallest city in the country. Good to see you. David Minkowitz is getting ready for Georgia football. Good to see you, sir, as well. And Ana Maria, yo hablo un poco de español. Un poco. Poquito. Red Strawberries is on, and she will always remind you to juice. Deanna Blige is on. Sarah Stevens is on. Liberty County's finest and Liberty City's finest. Good to see you. Vanessa Taylor is in the house. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Robert Richards, I am glad that you are here. Thank you for joining us. and Deanna Blige. E. Joyce Paris is with us every single Friday night. I don't think she's missed a Friday night in all of the time we've been doing this. Camila is on. Good to see you, ma'am. On time. Pretty much good for you. We appreciate that. Appreciate you, Jasmine. Thank you so much. And good to see the Honorable Mayor Pro Tem of the city of Darien, Georgia, the great legend himself, Griffin Lotson. Good to see you, sir. And I hope that you and the good folks in Darien are doing all right. Good to see Paige Monroe on. Good to see you, ma'am. And of course, the Monica Thornton is on. Good to see you, ma'am. I hope all is well and black cats in your world as well. Laura Mazzara is on. Good evening. And I hope you're doing okay. Estella Hopkins is on from McIntosh County. I told you we got folks from all over the place. You got Vaughn Jackson and Cassandra and them there in Hinesville, and Monica's in Atlanta, and we have folks all over the place. Then, of course, Coach Cassell Bell is in Jacksonville. Good to see Lita! Me and Lita spent the day Sunday giving out sand. So good to see her. And thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. And then Rockin' Robert McDaniel Beck is on. She is in Kansas City, Missouri. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you are doing well. And I thought you were probably coming through this way because I know the Chiefs are playing in Jacksonville. So I figured you probably slide through here. Karolinsky, thank you for joining us. Shauna Kennedy, good evening to you. Gigi, hello. Hope you are doing well, ma'am. Felicia Chapman is on. Good evening. Kathy Lilly, hello. Good to see you. And, of course, Terry Graham from Code Compliance. We thank you. We appreciate you. I'm going to give you some love because you worked your behind off this week. Thank you. And, of course, Lisa Wiggins is on. Good to see you, ma'am, as well. My cousin is on. Marion Jones, good to see you, my cousin. Hope you're doing well. Joan Daniel is on as well. Thank you. And Pam Mines is on. So, Marion, you're probably kin to Pam. So let me explain to you about Pam. So Pam is the blood relative of you and me. Okay, so we have a blood relative in Pam Mines. However, we like her husband better than we like Pam. In this case, Pam married up, and we love Perry. And so therefore, we like Perry more than we like Pam. So we said if they ever got divorced, we're going to keep Perry, and we're going to give Pam away in the divorce. So I know, Mary, that was family business, but I just wanted you to know. So Pam is on. Pam is a great person, great mom, great cousin. But if they ever break up, we keep him Perry because we love Perry. So I'm just saying. Good to see Margie Jefferson on. Thank you as well. Stephanie Rizzard, good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Janice Bryan is watching. Shauna, of course, is watching WWE SmackDown. Reverend William Easton, good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Julia Bright Dinkins is on with us as well. And Lenora, what about you, Georgetown, and now sing for us? I don't know what you're talking about, Lenora, but I'm glad that you're on. Oh, good to see the diva herself, Miss Charlesetta Worlds. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you on as well. Oh, Perry is on. See? I'm gonna give love to Perry just for being on here. See, I'm just saying. Now, Pam, don't be mean to Perry, okay? I mean, it's okay. I mean, that means you're always in, but y'all divorced. We're gonna keep Perry. Good to see Janine on. Thank you as well. Sarah, good to see you. And I heard about that. We're actually, and I appreciate your time and effort. We're probably redoing our entire website because it needs to be easy to navigate and simple to navigate. But I do appreciate you doing that. But we'll make sure that we take this into consideration and maybe even ask for your help and assistance because we want to make sure our website is easy to navigate. But thank you very much for that. Christopher Edwards is on. Andrea Hall Houston is on as well. Good to see you. Alan Wright is in the house. It is that time as well. Jasmine, how you going to bed? Already, it's only 9 o'clock. I just got started. Come on now, Jasmine. Stay up a little bit longer. Aunt Ollie is on. Thank you so much. The legend himself, Tyrone Hollywood Brown, Savannah's own. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Brenda Ponder. Thank you so much. And Robin, you are in Florida. See, I knew you were in Florida. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You're wrong for that. Leonard Young, good evening. Good to see you. Also, good to see Brenda Hayco. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Barbara is on. Thank you. Carlitha is on. Valerie, good to see you. Of course, the news queen, Lou Phelps, is on. Good to see you as well. And Keith says the Atlanta Falcons are playing. Barbara Askew, good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Stoney! My beautiful niece, Cheyenne, is on. So y'all show some love to Stoney. Barbara Foster is on. Thank you. And Stoney sends her love out to everybody. Juanita Johnson is on. Brand Grant is on. Good to see you. Carolyn is on. Thank you as well. Lenora asked me to sing just a couple of notes. Will do. I'll work on it, okay? I will work on it. Kathy Boggs is on. I agree. I agree, Sarah. Dr. Erica Russell Petty, pediatrician extraordinaire, good to see you. And Dr. Pete Silver, one of the smartest men I know, he is on as well. Not traveling, I guess, for a change. Good to see you. Faye Law is on, and Aviana is on. Hey, Aviana. Good to see you. I thought you were coming to see me. Good to see Mama Charlotte on with us. Ed Beatty is on. Thank you. And yes, you can call 311. Let me see. Audrey King. Good to see. I actually saw Audrey King, and Audrey King was nice to us. And so I'm nice to Audrey King. She even came and checked on us this week. So we appreciate that. And Kim wants to know, is Kamala still coming to town? I'll talk about that. Rhonda Simons is on. And my friend and brother Angela Bosco, the Chiefs' #1 fan. Angelina Flores, good to see you. Valerie Dickens is on, good to see you. And Spencer White, good to see you, sir. I hope you got a phone call today. If not, I need to make sure you got that. Okay, so yeah, Pete Silver, I agree with you. And that's what I was going to talk to Spencer about. So yes, we are praying for Mrs. Juanita Adams. So let's go ahead and get into it. As you know, as we do every week, we send out love. First of all, we want you to share the page, right? Like the page, share the page. And we know that there are resources on this page that we love giving out, and we want to make sure that you get those resources, right? So make sure you get the resources. Like the page, okay? It's not enough just to tune into the page. We want you to like the page. My brother Cedric Phillips, Body Fine! Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Sarah Greenbush is on. Thank you. And the bishop is into the room, Bishop Jacqueline Gilbert Grant. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you are doing well. Tamika Williams is on. And to everybody, so like the page first. Make sure you like the page. Like to share the page. We're not ashamed of what we do here. Like the page and share the page. Thank you, Perry. I appreciate that, my brother. See how you encourage me? See, Pam don't do that. But anyway, like the page, share the page. Then, of course, we send out love to our girl Tara, right? And we send out love. We know that prayer works, and we know that well wishes work, and so we do that. So we send out love for that. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then, Yuresh Patel, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. So we want you to send out all that love. Send it out. And then we always send out love for our lupus warriors out there. Those who have lupus, but lupus does not have them. So we send out love for that. Pinky, good to see you. as well. Thank you, Leonard. We appreciate that. We're sending out love for our Lupus Warriors. Good to see you, Jennifer, and congratulations to Thunderbolt Consultants. Good to see Jackie Merriweather on as well. So we're sending that out. Good to see Minister Jaquan Oliver. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for joining us here on the Friday Night Live, right? And then we always send out love to those who have multiple sclerosis. So we're sending that out to multiple sclerosis as well. Pam says that Perry and I are 22 years strong and 23 years in November. I'm stuck with you. Just treat Perry right. As long as you treat Perry right, you ain't nothing to worry about. As long as you treat Perry right, then y'all will stay married, and then, I'll fool up with you. But the day that you and Perry break up, we done. We done. I want to keep Perry in the divorce. And as a family member, I get to keep Perry in the divorce. Good to see Mary Ann Gowire. Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see Joyce Wright on with us. And Angela, I was looking for you. I don't know where you were as well. So thank you all so much. It has been a long and tough week. Angela, I hope all my friends at Riverview are doing okay. Hope they're doing all right. Roy King, thank you for your prayers. Prayers do work as well. Thank you all. Do we have Jacqueline Grant? We have Jacqueline Gilbert Grant. We appreciate that. Dana is on and Nora is on. And good to see Reverend Debbie Morse on. Hope you're doing well. And Dr. Pete Silver will celebrate 48 years of marriage to Mrs. Rosalind Silver on Wednesday. You are a blessed man. People can't stay together 48 months, so you are a blessed man, and I'm sure that Mrs. Rosalind is blessed to have you. So congratulations, Dr. and Mrs. Pete Silver, on 48 years of marriage. Good to see Rebecca on, and Nora is on, and to all of you as well. Joycette has joined us. Katia is on. Thank you. Nora is in Miami. Janice is in Virginia. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Good to see Richard Dinkins on with us. And we're waiting on Joy Dinkins. She is in. Mary Thomas is on. Thank you. Thank you so much. And again, we are sending up prayers for Mrs. Juanita Adams. Just send up your thoughts and prayers if you get a chance to. And Trish Howard, we are almost at the 100th birthday of the Mrs. Sadie Williams. So, Miss Sadie, I'm sorry, oh gosh. Miss Sadie is coming on as well. Sadie Williams. Stacy Williams, good to see you. Robert Dixon, hello. Robert, Olympic breakdancing. Kimberly Cutters is on. Mardell, good to see you. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's jump into it. All right. And Angela, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all. Felicia Roberts, good to see you. Patricia, Mom, and Max are doing well. I saw them this week. Good to see Josie on, and Yolanda, and Leila Wilson, Reverend Leroy Pollen, Shatina Wahlberg, good to see you. I appreciate you. And Camilla, I appreciate that. But this week, y'all, this week, we have been getting together. We have been calling ourselves a community this week for 229 weeks. 229 Fridays, every single Friday in a row. 229 weeks. 1,604 days. 4 years and 4 months. 52 months. Every single Friday night, I've been here, you've been here, in good times and bad times. When times were up and things were down, we were together. We have built community, people. We have built a community that started in the midst of tragedy, yet lives through triumph. And all over the country, now all over the world, we have people that tune in to us on Friday. Some of us we've never even seen before, but yet we are family and we're all together, and that is Friday Night Live. Rita Yates, good to see you. Cynthia Busky, good to see you as well. And hey, Rachel, good to see you. And this is what it's all about. This is what it is all about. And Pam, if you keep on, I'm going to block you and I'm going to keep Perry on. Good to see Deidre on. Good to see the Honorable Gabrielle Nelson, the Mayor Pro Tem of Port Whitworth, Georgia on. John Blackshare is in Savannah. Thank you very much. Good to see you, sir. Chastity Rush is on. Good to see you. But we've been here. We've been doing this thing. Good to see you, Jean Ballard. Sadie Campbell will celebrate her birthday on this 12th, and I'm looking forward to it. LeVar Taylor, Judge Taylor from Atlanta, Georgia, thank you so much. Good to see you. Aminetta, good to see you. Cheryl on as well. Thank you. Keith, thank you on. And again, let me start off by telling you, okay, so I see Debbie Morris is on and Pastor Morris is on, and so that just changed some of the stuff I was going to say. So let me take a drink of water and just kind of bring it down a little bit. Because Pastor's on. Felicia, good to see you. Sherilyn, thank you so much. So, undeniably, without a doubt, good to see Kingdom Life Christian Fellowship on with us. Always doing great work. Here we are. Good to see Lisa Brooks on. Again, we are a absolutely blessed community. Angela, do I want to join your bikini contest at Riverview? I would, but then I'm going to win, and then all those folk out of Riverview will be mad because I'm going to win and take all the prizes. Good to see Barbara Kaufman on. Good to see Asia and thanking her for her service at the city of Savannah. But look, this thing was projected, Debbie, D-E-B-B-Y. D-E-B-B-Y. Good to see Lucille Jackson. D-E-B-B-Y was projected to be a monster storm in so many ways. It was projected to come to us. We were expecting 10 to 30 inches of rain within a couple of days. And this storm was different. This storm was different because most storms we see coming from our front. This one hit us from the back. This was not even a hurricane when it hit us. Yet, the reality was, it came to us and it caused us different challenges. We understand about storm surge. We know about wind, but this was about rain in a situation where we were just looking at 6 inches of rain over the last 2 weeks. This dumped some rain on us over 3 to 4 days. And it started, and Disha, I'll get to that in a minute. Remind me to answer that question. But it started, and it was crazy. It was crazy, and it started to rain. And let me just give you some perspective. It rained for 60 continuous hours. 60 continuous hours it rained. Angela Allen, welcome. This is her first time. Angela Allen is on for the first time, so we want to send her some love. But 60 continuous hours it rained. Okay? The blessing is like no weapon formed against you will prosper. It was formed, but it didn't prosper. The form was the rain. The prosper was 10 inches. Because, I mean, we managed 10. Good to see you, Leslie Baker. I mean, we managed the 10. It was difficult, but the destruction would have been 30. And so, although we were impacted by the rain, we weren't destroyed by the rain. And so you think about this. So it rained 60 continuous hours. It rained, we've got an average of about 10 to 12 inches. And put that in perspective by the math, this community, over those 60 hours, we received 19.7 billion gallons of rain. 19.7 billion with a B, billion gallons of rain that fall in this city over 60 continuous hours over 3 days, 3 to 4 days. Put that in perspective now. And it was crazy. It was crazy, and the rain just started and it wouldn't stop, and then it was raining from up and it was raining down and it was raining sideways. Our city, we gave out 150 tons. 150 tons. Good to see you, Gloria, of sand. And I can't even remember us ever giving out sand before, but we gave out 150 tons of sand. Our police department had 267 calls in this very defined part of the day. Our firefighters, they had 154 calls. They performed like 19 water rescues. 19. Pulling people out of cars, pulling people out of houses. I think it was 8 houses and 4 cars. I was in Tremont Park on Tuesday, and the water was up to my knees. And I got a chance to be with our firefighters, and I went in while they were there in the water, and they pulled people out. Now, the difference is that it used to rain and stay flooded. Now it rains, and because of the investments we've made, we don't stay flooded. Matter of fact, today I went and was able to drive through Tremont Park where we had to close those streets. Now, are we out of the, hey Miguel, we are not out of the woods yet because we have, hey, good to see all of you on here, but we still have issues. All right, we are still closing multiple roadways due to them being impassable. If you live in the Bradley Point subdivision, if you're heading home, don't. You're not going to be able to get through. We had to close the Bradley Point subdivision because the Geechee River has crested. And so we want to make sure that you are clear with that. If you live at Dunneman Drive at Grayson Avenue, don't. If you live at Bush Road and Highway 204, don't. And again, Bradley Boulevard is important because we expect that you're not going to be able to get through Bradley Boulevard either going in or coming out until at least 5 p.m. on Sunday. All right? It's going to be about 5 p.m. on Sunday before you might even be able to get in your house. And, it's crazy, right? Good to see you. Hey, Jay Gavinci, good to see you, sir. You holler at me when you get a chance. But it was crazy. It is rising in Bradley Point. Don't try it. I'm telling you now, don't try it. You will not be able to get through. If your car gets stopped, we're not going to be able to come get you. We're not going to be putting our folks in harm's way when we told you don't cross it. We have barricades there. I mean, if you're in, you're in. If you're out, you're out. If you have an emergency in the subdivision, call. We'll do our best to get with you. But this is the Geechee River. This is not like localized flooding. This is a river flooding. And so, I mean, it's dangerous. Don't do it. Please don't do it. All right? But I want to send out big thanks. Not only Team Savannah, and I've been lifting them up because we pulled some crazy hours, and I work with an amazing team of professionals who give us the best advice and advise me in the best ways to help to take care of you. And so I am really thankful for them. I'm thankful for our city manager. I'm thankful for all of our folks that have been really doing the thing. And they continue to work. I want to thank our friends at SEMA, Chatham Emergency Management Agency, our command policy group, all of our friends at the county and the city and the municipalities. We've been working together, and we're going to be able to do that. Let me see, Kathy, you're having an issue with raw sewage pouring out. Call 311-911. We wouldn't know that it needs to be cleaned up unless you let us know. So just call us. We'll come out cleaned up. It's not a problem. Appreciate that, Tony. Thank you, Faye. Sabrina Riddle, thank you, ma'am, and Angelina. We have to keep people safe, and we're going to keep people safe. And we're going to have to continue to invest in drainage. For those of you who've been around for a while, you remember the days when it would rain like this. Hey, Jenny Parker, when it would rain and it would stay flooded for days. Now, once the rain starts, the water recedes. And we can do a better job of doing that. Bishop Grant says 17 is blocked from Bradley Point to Richmond Hill. So heed the bishop. The bishop says she not walking on water today, and neither should you. If it's blocked, turn around, don't drown. Jocelyn Rose, good to see you, ma'am. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, and thank you, Angela. I appreciate you. And Patricia, yes, Alderman Leggett and all of our members of City Council have been out in these streets. We thank them all so much. So I wanted to talk about that, and we'll continue to work this. We're still not out the woods yet, so that's what we're trying to do. Okay, but it is better, and so we need you to be better. And like I said, we're going to come up with some ways that we can jumpstart our drainage efforts. We're going to have to put money into this, and so we can talk about this all we want to, and we can talk about, we don't want to pay for stuff, but we know the results of not doing that. And so it is much easier to pay for prevention than it is to pay for a cure. And as a community, we're going to have to do that. I mean, we just know that is what we do. We know. So I thank you for all of you who prayed for us and continue to. We know the prayer works. And again, we were on the 10-inch side and not the 30-inch side. So Allen Apartments out. Angela says your sewer is backed up outside your door. The city was called Tuesday, and we hadn't gotten there yet. You send me something, Angela, in my inbox. Allen, I don't know whose that is, but inbox me. We'll get somebody over there. Not a problem. Just send it to me. We'll get somebody over for it tonight. Not a problem. Just tell me. All right. And you said you called the city, so also, Angela, send me the tracking number that they gave you when you called, okay? So when you call them, they give you a tracking number. I need that tracking number so I can hold somebody accountable, okay? Jones says don't go 204 west on I-95. All right, good to see the Mayor Pro Tem of Noonan, Georgia is on. Cynthia Jenkins, good to see you. Sherry, I want to get some rest. I'm planning on it. Good to see Michelle and Mr. Bill on. Thank you. We appreciate that Joanne is on. So wanted to talk about that. Also, I wanted to talk about a couple other things, then we'll take whatever questions you have. So the Vice President was coming here. The Vice President was supposed to come here today. They called me early on this week. We agreed. I just like, look, we don't have time for campaign stuff. And they certainly were very sensitive to the fact that we're trying to get people to be safe. And so it was postponed. It was not canceled. And we are working now on a date that we'll hopefully announce sometime next week. But we still plan on welcoming Vice President Kamala Harris to Savannah. Shealy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Gail Dumas Red, good to see you as well. But we're looking forward. Wait a minute. Your landlord called Juan Edie is the owner. We can't even sit outside. Angela, inbox me who you called, inbox me your tracking number, and I'll get it handled. The quicker you do that, Angela, the quicker I can get on it. I need who you called, when you called, and I need the tracking number. Good to see Mama Julia Carter on as well. Thank you. Good to see you. Cherie is on from South Carolina. Good to see you as well. But we will not go back. Good to see Ed Bailey on. Angela Rowe is on. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so those of you who were disappointed, again, it's always first things first. You have to take care of the first things first. And so we're going to be welcoming the Vice President here, and we're looking forward to that. Cynthia, good to see you. Oh, wow. Look, we have some heavy hitters, heavy praying women in here. We have Bishop Van Marie Green. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your prayers. So I wanted to talk about that. And again, Vice President's coming. We will get that information out to you as soon as we confirm a date. And we're excited about having her here. regardless of where you are in the political spectrum, the Vice President of the United States is still the Vice President of the United States. And great opportunity of making sure that people, know where Savannah is. That's important to me. Oh, so wanted to talk about that. Also, just wanted to let you know a couple of things that I wanted to tell you that are really, 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 really important. Had a conversation today with the president of the Savannah State University. I am a graduate of the Savannah State University. You can get anywhere from Savannah State University, and I want to make sure that for those of you, and there's some folks, if you're looking for funding for college, you need to complete what is called the FAFSA, FASFA, and that stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. And this is the form that is used, and it qualifies you for student loans and federal grants. And they rely on this information. You have to have this if you want that. So Savannah State, make some noise out there, Savannah State. But I'm going to put this out here. Very, very important information. If you want funding for college, and college is available for you. College is not the far away dream that many people have. And let me tell you something, you're never, ever, ever too old for college. No matter how old you are, you can always have a college education if you want it. And so if you're looking for funding for college, you can complete your FY 2025 FAFSA. Do me a favor and put that on your individual pages to remind parents to go ahead and do that, okay? Let's go ahead and get that out there so people know what this is, okay? And for each child in college, thank you. I know, Miss Monica, you got a couple in college. So that's the FAFSA. And go ahead and push that out so that people know that, you can get funding for college. We want you to have funding for college, okay? So thank you all for that. Good to see you, Chris. I appreciate that. Also, dual enrollment. If you are parents of someone in the 11th or 12th grade, you can get a head start on their college career, and it's called dual enrollment, which means you are in high school and you're taking college courses. So you get a head start before you even graduate from high school. It happened. Matter of fact, y'all know Sabria Scott. Sabria Scott's daughter actually ended up getting her college degree before she got a high school diploma. It was crazy, but she was dual enrolled, and she ended up having credits. And the way that the graduations fell, her graduation actually from college happened before her graduation from high school. So she ended up with a college degree and a high school diploma like within 2 weeks of each other. So it's called dual enrollment. It is a great option for those of you that are interested. And so I want you to take advantage of that opportunity. Thank you, Ed Beatty. I appreciate that. See, Trish is going back for her doctorate. I was going back for my doctorate too, right? But I ended up getting an honorary doctorate, so I said I'm good. I'm good. Y'all could just call me doctor, and I'm good. I just figured I wouldn't do it. But see, Harold says it fast-tracked his future. And Harold is doing some amazing things as well. So we appreciate that. So SavannahState.edu, it is called dual enrollment. And so if you have a high school student that's in the 11th or 12th grade, they can go ahead and do both. It engages them, it gives them a taste of college, and they get to earn college credit they can use no matter where they are. So they can get credit at Savannah State, and they can take it anywhere they want to, okay? So you can get them involved in the Savannah State dual enrollment program, and so that is what it's called. So do me a favor, y'all, and push that out as well. We want you to know. Good to see you, brother Frank Smart. Hope you're doing well. Chris Lee, thank you for joining us. Hey, we got to make sure people don't know. They don't know for the lack of knowledge, right? All right, so that's the dual enrollment program. And then finally, let me tell you this, and then I'll leave it alone. I was different. I was different because, I graduated from high school at 16. I think I had my bachelor's at 20, had my master's at 22. And it was just because of my age. But don't ever think that you can't pursue higher education. Okay? We are all lifetime learners, right? And so you can seek a graduate degree. And so I want you to consider that, because sometimes we think that we're too old. I tell you, you're never too old to seek an education, and you could do that. So if you're thinking about pursuing a master's degree in business administration or public administration like I did, or social work, you can apply and perhaps seek graduate education. So I'm posting that as well, so that you have that. And you can reach out to Mr. Tyson in admissions, and so they are certainly waiting to hear from you. Let me see. Yeah, let me get that as well. So go ahead and consider doing that. So these opportunities are available locally from right here at our very own Savannah State University, which is Savannah's University. Our elder statesman Cliff McCurry is on. Good to see you as well. Faye, you didn't go to E Hall. Don't even try it. You did not go to E Hall. See, Camilla is starting her second master's next week, but see, she's smarter than everybody else, and that's why she's doing that. But thank you so much. But yeah, if you thought about it, go back to school. All right, so consider those things. Consider your FAFSA. Consider dual enrollment for your 11th and 12th graders, and for yourself, going back to school. Scale up. Learn something else. You should always be willing to try to learn something new and do something new as well. Good to see my good brother and friend, and I want y'all to welcome him. He is Mayor Vince Williams. He is my brother, friend. He is the mayor of Union City, Georgia. And he is a good brother to me, and he is always thinking about and praying for us. So we appreciate you, Mayor Williams, for being on. He was president of the Georgia Municipal Association and president of the National League of Cities. Good dude, good brother. So I appreciate you. Dr. Jordan, that's right, he got his doctorate at 33. Hey, and he's one of the smartest dudes I know. And Elizabeth got her PhD at 51, never too late. And I got my honorary, doctorate. I didn't really earn it, right? But it's okay. Y'all still call me Dr. Johnson, because that's how I call myself. So, good to see you. Harry Thompson, I'm glad to spend some time with you. I got a chance to see you the other day, so we're pushing that as well. Also, y'all, that's right, Vince, I love you too. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Check your voter education. Check your voter registration. I just put in a link to what's called my voter page. If you live in the state of Georgia, you can log in to check your voter registration status. You can check in your mail-in application and ballot status. You can check your poll locations and all that stuff. Go ahead, and it is very simple. They want 4 pieces of information. They want your first initial, your last name, the county you live in, and your date of birth. It takes seconds to do. Watch, I'm starting it right now. I'm going to do it right now. Put in my information. Let me see. I'm in Chatham. And I got my information already, just that quick. And so it tells me that my status is active. It says my registration date. It says the last election I voted. Has my address. It has my voter card. It says where I vote, and it tells me my voter participation history. So I want you all, when you get off, do that. But I also want you to drop that into the link. We want people to know when they have done it. Okay. Good to see you, Brother Kenny Flo. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Doc, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tricia. That's right. That is true, Marion. Look at y'all. Leela, go ahead and get that doctorate, girl. Go get it. And Monica says, have your college students apply for the absentee ballots. All right? And so do that. But I mean, I want you to check all that stuff. Put it in there and make sure you have that green check that says active. Because sometimes funny stuff happens. And so you want to make sure you and everybody in your household, everybody within your sphere of influence has that. So go ahead and get that done. All right? So we went over that. We've done storm stuff. We've done Savannah State stuff. We've done voter registration stuff. And so if there are any questions or things I can answer, this is your opportunity to be able to do it. Okay? Go ahead and ask. Yeah, I heard that Miss Lois Wooten passed away. Lois Wooten was the most awesome Southern gentle lady. Absolutely a Southern woman that I love dearly. Thank you. So I appreciate you for lifting Lois Wooten. Leila, you can go anywhere you want to go. Just pick and go. Just pick and go. Dr. Leila Wilson. Go ahead and do it. We're going to claim you as it were. All right? And Patricia says she's fine. Very good. And Sarah Stevens says if high school seniors will be 18 before November 5th, get registered. Chris wants to know, how is the city overall after the storm? I will tell you that we're recovering. We still have water pockets. Our water levels are still unusually high. I'm always concerned about the humidity from the water, the mosquitoes from the water, and we have some places that are still checked out, okay? So, I mean, that are still, streets that are still closed, and so we're not going to be okay until everybody's okay. And that's been my posture. We don't go until everybody goes along. So you won't hear me say that Savannah is okay until we're all okay. But again, for us, there are levels of pain. And again, I think, when you say no weapon formed, the weapon was the rain. But the rain didn't prosper. And so we're happy about that. Sarah wants to know, should we be concerned about the rain that's coming next week? It's supposed to come next week. Of course we're concerned. Because again, we're trying to dry out. So we'll handle things one at a time. We won't worry about tomorrow. We'll just live from day to day. And so we'll get through today, we'll get through tomorrow, and we'll face tomorrow when it comes. Harry with the Harris team, yes, we're working on a date for the Harris team to come back to Savannah. We have not finalized it, but we will announce it. But yes, they postponed it. It was not a cancellation. We plan to have them back in Savannah. Trish wants me to come to the ribbon cutting for expert care. And you're sending me an invitation. Please send it to the office. Again, I don't keep my own schedule. There are women who tell me what to do. And they tell me where to go, and they tell me when I'm available and when I'm not. And I've learned when I make my own plans, I mess it up. So, Tricia, please contact the office and make that request there and see what they do. Thank you, Faye. Wow. Now look, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday, Mrs. Sadie Campbell will be 100 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, our most senior queen of Friday Night Live, who is 99 and a half and 3/4 years old. Because for her, 99 and a half won't do, and she always keeps it 100. I want all of us, I want you to go to this post, and I want y'all to give some love to Mrs. Sadie Campbell on her 100th anniversary. Now, you want to think something, you live to be 100, to see an entire century go by. And I am so excited for her. We love Sister Sadie Campbell. Happy 100th to you in advance. In advance. So, thank you. Lilia live in an apartment complex, been without hot water. You fixed the hot water, sent maintenance request, no one there after hours. What are your options? If you live in an apartment complex, boil your water and use that for hot water until Monday, and then go there, because they're not going to fix it after hours. I mean, they're just not going to fix it. But it's an apartment complex, so you're going to have to wait and do that, okay? Trish, again, I don't make my own schedule. I'm sorry. I mean, they be having me in 2 and 3 places at one time, so you have to go and be nice to the ladies that control my life, and then they'll tell me whether I can come or not. Tanya, it's okay. It's all right to be wet. All right. Elizabeth says that. Camila is okay. And we do love Miss Sadie. We love Sadie. We love Sadie. Thank you. And Tyler is said that he's going to tear my ankles up in basketball. I don't play with churn. I don't play with churn. I don't play with them. And I'm telling you, I will hurt Tyler's feelings. I will have Tyler going to counseling, because I will take him on the basketball court and I will school him. He would think that my name is Steph James, because I will be shooting from wherever I want to. Tell that young man, when I was a child, I stayed in a child's place. Because once he comes in the court, I'm going to abuse him. He doesn't want none of this. Okay? So it's good to have dreams, it's good to have goals. But I don't want to hurt his feelings and have him all, traumatized and stuff because I didn't even let him score. I'm just saying, okay? But anyway, moving on. We all send love to Miss Sadie. I should put Dr. Perry on my talk to list. Okay, thank you, sir. Let's see. What are we going to do about the homeless during the difficult times of another storm? Well, what we did was we opened up shelters for our homeless neighbors and those who didn't want to stay in their homes. We opened up the Tompkins Center, which was a shelter for people with animals. We opened up the Savannah Civic Center, and we opened up the Air Market Arena. So, we opened up places for people to go. We can't make them go, but we did open them up for them. Everybody sending out love to Miss Sadie. Dr. Andrew Young is on. Good to see you. Bishop Gilbert Grant, you need to call me. I need to talk to you. Thank you, Angela Mitchell. Thank you for joining us. Linda Love, good to see you. And I'm going to find Miss Sadie Campbell on Monday, and I am going to see her myself. So just know I'm going to find you. So if your children are on, y'all need to let me know where she is, because I'm going to find Mrs. Sadie Campbell for her 100th birthday. I'm going to find her. All right. Any other questions? Anything else I can answer? Anything else? Good to see the Tates on. Liz, well, that's a good question. So Liz is concerned about the water in Bradley Point and where it goes. It goes back to the river. the Ageechee River has flooded, and so the water has overflowed into Bradley and has overflowed into Highway 17. So as the water goes out, the tides will bring that water. It'll bring the water in and out. So it'll take a couple of cycles, but you'll see the water starting to recede. We think that by Sunday at about 5 o'clock, the science tells us that it should be passable at Sunday 5 o'clock, barring no other rain. Okay. Let's see. Leila enjoys watching me dance. You can't do that dance. It took me a long time, but I got it done. That's right, Barbara. Tricks are for kids, Tyler. Angela, get you some rest. Robert says take the VP to Geneva's for chicken. That is actually a good idea, right? Angelina, you are correct. Angela, Andrew wants to know, are there tickets available for the VP? I believe there will be. Inbox me, and if the current link we have works, we'll use that. If not, I'll see once we open it up again. India, what's going on with 204? We have flooding out that side, and so we have some intermittent road closures out that side. So if you're going out that way, be careful. If you see roads closed, don't try to go through it. Definitely go around it, okay? Audrey King, I want to send out love to Audrey King. Y'all know I've been mad at Audrey King. As you know, she was our Georgia Power representative who left us to take the right seat in the state Georgia Power Network, but she always looks after us. Her and her colleague, William Mock, looked after us, and they did a phenomenal job. When power was going out, particularly on the south side, out there in Coffee Bluff and White Bluff, they were out there. Even after the first band of rain came, their crews were out there trying to restore service. So thank you, Audrey King. Thank you, William Mock. Thank you, Georgia Power. We appreciate you all for what you have done. Thank you, Miss Catherine. I appreciate it. Terry Mobley finally joins us. Finally. We've been waiting on you, right? So we're glad to have you with us. So anything else? Well, Audrey, if you missed us, you would have left us. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, petty moment, but if you missed us, you didn't have to leave us. You could have turned down that promotion. You could say, you know what? I know I could make more money, have more responsibility, but I'm gonna stay where I am. Some of us do that. Sometimes some of us are offered things that allows us to enlarge our territory, but some of us say, you know what? Hey, I'm good where I am. I ain't mad at you, Audrey. As long as my power is on, me and you are good, and I better be nice because Audrey will snap her fingers and all of a sudden my lights start flickering. So, all right, I'm sorry. But any other questions, anything else I can answer? It's going to be a busy couple of weeks for me. I'll be in and out of town a lot, so I'll be on location. We're looking forward to a lot of things happening. Of course, where I am, you'll be also, and we appreciate you all for what you mean to us. Thank you for praying for us. Y'all need to know, prayer works. Prayer works. It works. It works. And if you look at all the times, and some of you are in that same situation. Some of y'all should have been gone a long time ago, should have been decimated a long time ago. You should have been pushing up daisies a long time ago. Your life should have been in shambles a long time ago. You should have been messed up from the floor up a long time ago. You should have been jacked up a long time ago. But, even though people counted you for dead, counted you for maimed, counted you out, counted you under, you're still here. And so we believe it's the grace of God. But we also believe that it is also the fact that sometimes you can't listen to everything you hear. And so for us, here in this community, it was important for us to listen. We had to listen to what nature said. It's important for us to listen to what nature says, but it's important for us to know what God says, right? Listen to what nature says, but you got to know what God says. And so when he said he was not going to leave us nor forsake us, I believed it. And I knew that if we would get to it, I knew we would get through it. Tanshay, good to see you. And we are getting through it. It is some rough days for everyone, challenging days for many in our communities, and we're going to continue to be vigilant and help them. And we'll get through this, and then we'll come together as a community again, and we'll face whatever is coming to us. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And if you want to overperform, you have faith, and then you put work to your faith. And so that is what we're hopefully doing in this community. And so respecting everybody's religious influences, and I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. But I know that folks have been lifting up prayers for our community because I see it time and time again. I see it time and time again. And I see this community pulling together, and I see this community recognizing that we are our brother's keepers, and recognizing that we have a responsibility to each other, and checking on our seniors, and checking on our widows and widowers, checking on our fur babies. I see our houses of faith helping out when they can, doing what they can to help make things happen. I see it. And that is the very definition of Savannah Strong. That's it. That's it. That's it. And so if we can make it through, then let me just tell you, and I'm not sure who I'm talking to, you can make it through whatever it is you're going through. You can make it. You have the ability. It is your destiny to be able to make it through. So whatever hell it is you're going through, whatever your personal situation is right now, whatever tragedies you're facing, for whatever storms are coming your way, whatever storms you're in right now, whatever storms are forecasted for your way, let me let you know that storms come, but storms don't last. Storms come, storms are wet, storms are long, storms are dark, storms are challenging, storms are messy, storms are destructive, right? But beyond the storm, the sun is still there, and eventually, even the storm has to give way for the sun. And for us, the storm in the midst of the 60 hours of continuous rain, and many of you are going through continuous rain in your life. Throughout all of the rain, it came down 10 to 12 inches, and many of you have a lot of rain in your life right now. Many of you are dealing with a bunch of water in your life now, 19.7 billion gallons that we had here in Savannah. Some of you got a lot of rain in your life. Some of your fields are flooded. Your crops are messed up. The storm passes, and the sun shines again. Take that with you. Take it to the bank. Sometimes you just have to hunker down and keep your head lifted, knowing that the sun is beyond the cloud. You keep looking up, and the sun will go to shine if you hold out. Good to see Sherry Butler on. Sherry Butler, I want you to know I appreciate you. And Sherry Butler, I'm getting ready to go off on your behalf. You better call. Better call me. Better call me off, Sherry Butler, because I don't like that. Anyway, thank you all so much. It will pass. And we, more importantly, we've done it together. We go through this together. I don't go through this alone. I'm able to do what I do because you do what you do. And I appreciate it. Hey, Marcia Pringle Jones, you need to call me. I need something from you, like really, 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 really bad. I need you to call me, Okay? I need you to call me. But anyway, we're going to get through it. We'll get through it together. Ain't no need to worry what the night is going to bring, because it will be all over in the morning. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Friday Night Live, and I am your humble servant. I will see you next week. Matter of fact, I might go live when I find Miss Sadie. I'm going to find her. I'm going to have the police looking for her. We're going to find her, and we're going to celebrate her 100th birthday. Thank you so much, Nick Zola. Thank you for all your work. We appreciate you for all that you did for us this week as well. It's been real. I'm going to go sit down somewhere. They say, Shaka, good to see you. I'm going to go sit down somewhere. I'm going to go sit down and rest my nerves, as my grandma used to say, because I think I need some sleep. So, tonight's water sponsor is Clearly Canadian, and this is Summer Strawberry. I am liking this water. I am really liking this water. I mean, it's like refreshingly cold, and it's really good. It's expensive as crap, but it's good. Anyway, thank you so much, and keep the name of Juanita Adams in your prayer, okay? Keep her in your prayers, and we look forward to a good report. Thank you all so much. Love you. In the words of Vince Williams, ain't nothing you could do about it.